We have grown up in a great nation, the United States, or we have come here because we have heard of the greatness of this country. Our country, which was once great and healthy, is now sick. And she needs people of faith and truth to speak the words of God to her people. In the first reading, we heard about how God was raising up Jeremiah to be this prophet, and how Jeremiah said that the great nation of Israel, of Judah, was not listening to the messengers of God. And so they needed Jeremiah to be another person that would speak so that faithfulness would once again come. We look at our own country, and I say it's a sick country because there's a lot of good. Just like in a body that is sick, there's lots of good in that body, but we know that the sickness causes symptoms that allows that body to no longer flourish. And what are those symptoms that we see of the sickness within the United States? 500,000 men every year get vasectomies. Over the course of 20 years, that's 10 million. That's half of the procreative adult population of men. We have some of the states of the United States have permissive abortion laws that are only rivaled by North Korea and China. I'm not going to name those states. You can do the research. But we know millions have lost their life. Even worse, we promote and advocate for in vitro fertilization, which injures and wounds the sexual relation between husband and wife, but also leaves millions, tens of millions of newly created babies in suspended animation or quickly discarded. We advocate for changing of a man into a woman, mutilation of the body. We advocate that marriage can be between something other than a man and a woman. We have put numbers and horrific names to people who have come to our country. The immigrant, regardless of how they got here. And we've lost sight of their humanity. We're willing to speak words of untruth, that is, lies, quickly to justify who we are, posturing ourselves to be better than others. I can go on and on and on of all the symptoms and signs that our country is a sick country. And as a Catholic people, as we watch this happen, we can either just allow it to happen and go into our own little caves, or we can listen to the Word of God that moves us to be people of action who speak on behalf of the faith, to try to bring healing to this body. The healing can't happen by our own power. It can't happen through our own persuasiveness. It can only happen when we are instruments of God and God moves through us. Knowing this, it's important for us to say, God, do you have a particular mission that I'm supposed to be a prophet for? And if so, send me. And if so, give me the words and the gifts to be able to go forth and announce. And even accept if there is persecution, ridicule that comes my way. Because the truth and the faith is more important than my social status or standing. Jeremiah says, "This is the nation that does not listen to the voice of the Lord, its God, or take correction. Faithfulness has disappeared. The word itself is banished from their speech." May it not be so with our nation. And it won't be so if people like yourself and me regularly become prophets of the Lord and speak the truth, the word of God, to a people who need to hear. And the body will be made healthy again.